which is going to be a start of the year reading vlog. I will say I am actually filming this at the end because my camera arrived, so I'm really happy about that. I'm just refilming it because the first clip, the quality wasn't that good, and I will say the video is basically 100% filmed on my phone, so maybe the quality won't be as top notch as it should be, but this is the only video where it will be mid because my camera's now arrived, and I hope I don't have the airbrush filter on because that was crazy last video. It's all a learning curve. So yeah, hope you enjoy my first reading vlog, and it's a start of the year reading vlog tracking from the first book I read of this year, and we'll see what my thoughts are. Hope you enjoy. So I'm reading 2 books at the moment, and I think I'll just go along with my life and just see what I read from the start of the year, because I've not finished a book yet, so I just thought let's track straight from the start of the year. I am like halfway through both the books, but I just thought, why not? So at the moment, the first book I'm reading is Bear Town. I'm like halfway through, and I really like, I like, there's some characters that I absolutely ride till, we ride at dawn for them, yeah, whatever. I just love them, but I don't want to say who because I'm worried that they will die or something. So yeah, but then there's nothing that says it's sad so on the back, so I'm like, surely my favourite characters are gonna die. But I'm just like baffled because like at the start on the first page it says someone kills another person, but I don't know who that is, so I'm like really interested to know how the hell we're gonna get there. But yeah, just like I'm expecting it to amp up a bit, and then I think that's just gonna make it really, really good because I love the writing. I love how he can write like from every single character's perspective so well. How does he understand a teenage girl's brain when he's like a middle-aged man? I am going through it quite slow, but that's kind of what I want because I want to start taking in my books more rather than just flying through them and then like looking back and not remembering. So that's why I'm keeping a documentation of what I think of the books, because I just found my tier ranking and I forgot half the things that happen in the book, so that was just annoying, to be honest, because yeah, it's just in one ear and out the other basically. Then the next book is the one I'm listening to, so I've not actually opened the book yet. It is about Virginia Giuffre. Virginia Roberts Giuffre, and it's about Epstein's most outspoken victim. I truly can't put it down, like, it is fantastic. I've listened to it on audio, but usually with audiobooks I'm not like as into it as I am with the book, but this one I am, because I just cannot believe it. It's so educational and it's mental, like what she's been through, and not just from Epstein but from every single man in her life that she's ever encountered. This poor woman has been through so much, and truly it's so awful, and it's really got me in a rabbit hole about it all. I've been watching interviews and everything about it, but yes, I'm thoroughly enjoying it in a weird way. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts on the books. Update on Bear Town. I'm struggling because it's so bleak and so slow paced that I think I'm in a slump. I'm really enjoying it when I'm in it, but then when I put it down I just don't care about picking it back up, and it's really only just hit me now that this is how I feel. I'm enjoying it, but I don't know, I feel like I'm getting in a slump, which is not good. It's literally the start of the year. How can you be in a slump at the start of the year? I don't know, it's just so in detail, like to the point where like I'm just like plodding along, but I don't know what I think of it. So that's my update, and I think I need to
I think I might have a problem. I was just going to say, I think I need to buy more books to get me out of the slump. You literally need to look in the mirror and sort yourself out, love, because why are you buying books just for that? I just need some, like, excitement, because I just feel like I'm into something. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm reading two very bleak books. Like, they're both technically good and very, very well written in. Like, parts of this book that I'm so invested in, and then there's other parts that I just think, oh, I don't really care. So that's my update for Beartown, but I'm just hoping it'll get a bit more grip, because I feel like I've been reading this since the dawn of time, and I'm only halfway. So long way to go, but I feel like once you hit halfway, it's just always easy to get through. So yeah, we'll see how my opinions change. I've ordered a camera, so we can get the fucking ball rolling. So I'm very excited about that. I did just splash like 400 quid when I've not even uploaded a single video. But I just figured I need to get the quality top notch, otherwise no one's going to be interested. So yeah, I'm really excited because I want to be proud of the videos that I do, so yay! And Beartown is still extremely slow, but it's not the book's fault, it's me. I'm going in a slump, which is just perfect for the time that it is where I'm starting a buddy YouTube about books, but it's just typical. Like, it's just because I'm distracted by all the excitement of this that I'm not wanting to read, because I'm just like constantly thinking like, how can I make my videos better, even though I've literally not filmed a single good one. But that's not the spirit. That's not the spirit. But yeah, I'm hoping like once I like learn how to edit and stuff, because I'm just constantly thinking like, how the hell do you edit? And then that's distracting me from my book, and my book's already slow paced and not gripping, which I think is the point, but I don't think it's the book, it's me, basically. But we're gonna just keep going. The slump will go. The slump will definitely go. I wish I wasn't filming on my phone so I could show you what you're balancing on right now. Nah, this can't run. I need a bloody tripod. Anyway, I've got a lot of updates since the last time I spoke to you, which was like 3 days ago. I finished Beartown, and guys, good news. It improved dramatically. I cannot believe how this guy writes. Like, it is so... like, I feel like he's reading into my soul. The way he writes about the human condition and just everything, he picks apart every single type of human, and just like the word, like the things they say, it's just stuff that you'd never ever find in a book. It's truly fantastic, to be honest. Yeah, the middle was slow, and then towards the last 20%, oh my god, it really got going. It really, really got going. I don't know if I'm going to read the next ones in the series, just because it feels like it's kind of wrapped up. Like, I was near the end, I was thinking, how the hell are they going to wrap this up in the last 100 pages? But it well and truly wrapped up in the end. It was really gripping at the end, but it was really slow in the middle. So it's got a 4-star rating from me. Really enjoyed it. Not like Sarah Crowley's reaction to it, which was god tier, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I will continue the series. I really don't know. I need to sit on it and think. I really want to watch the series, because I feel like the series will be really good, but I don't know if it's like available to watch in England, or if it is, it's in Swedish or something. Well, it's a book about being a bloody town in Sweden, so you'd think it would be filmed in Swedish, but yeah, I don't know what the crack is there, but I do actually really want to watch it. But an amazing book, and I'm nearly finished Nobody's Girl as well. Like, I'm so close to the end, and that's also a really important read. Like, well, that's a memoir, so it's a real struggles, but there's similarities between these two books. Like, the themes in this book that this book explores is kind of like the fiction version of some of the themes in that one, but I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, really good book. 4 stars, only because the middle chunk was very slow for me. But even in the middle bit, when I was finding it like a bit boring, I still could appreciate the writing and stuff. I just was wanting it to go a bit quicker, because I have been reading this for like over a week. Also, I think out of my, you can see up there's my January TBR, and I've already, like, in the nights when I've not had my light on. I wanted to read something on Kindle Unlimited, so I started Punk 57, which is from my January TBR. I'm just going to continue with this next, just a little short, brainless read for my next audiobook. I'm thinking The Handmaid's Tale, which is also, I never stray from my TBR. Like, if I ever stray from my TBR, know that it's not me and I've been replaced by a clone, because that would never happen. I'm thinking The Handmaid's Tale for my audiobook. I've watched the series, so like, I know it's a very complicated plot, but because I've watched the series, I feel like I can listen to that on audio, because there's only specific types of books I can listen to on audio, otherwise I ain't gonna know what's going on. But I'm rushing ahead. I've still got an hour and a half left of Nobody's Girl, which is really, really sad. I hate the outcome of it all, even though like some kind of justice, like, I guess people know what's happened, but just like the whole thing of just the fact that she's not alive anymore is really sad. But everyone should read it, in my opinion. It's very, I wouldn't say good because it's horrible, but yeah, it's just insightful. Insightful is the word. I think those are the two books I'm going to go for next. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on my thoughts. It's a new day. May not seem like it because I've got the same clothes on as I have in every other clip. But yeah, finished Nobody's Girl today. Same exact thoughts as before. Just an amazing, awful must read, really. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. It really breaks my heart to think that she never actually really truly found happiness, and the way it all ended is just awful. But yeah, what she's done is an absolute commendable act and so much bravery. So yeah, I really look up to her, and I'm definitely giving this to my mum to read because it's amazing. Next book that I'm going to listen to on audio, because I always have an audiobook and a physical book going. I've started on my way home from work. I did already mention this, but yeah, I've started on my way home from work The Handmaid's Tale, another dark read about, yeah, awful things happening to women. Is there a theme going on in this reading vlog or what? But yeah, I've started reading it, and to be honest, I've started listening to the audiobook, which a lot of the time I do get lost with, but when it's a complicated story, but I'm finding it quite easy to follow. But then again, I only have listened to about 15 minutes so far, so we'll see. So far, I'm enjoying the audiobook. Like, the narrator is, as soon as I start an audiobook, I know whether I'm going to like it from the narrator. Like, the audiobook, I know I'm going to like it. Oh my god, Emma love, come on. I know whether I'll like the audiobook or would rather read it physically, and I really like how she speaks and stuff, so that should be good. And then yeah, Punk 57, no updates on that, still the exact same. So we'll keep you updated. I'm absolutely loving The Handmaid's Tale. It's so good. It is amazing, truly. I can believe that it was written 25 years ago, or however long it was written ago. I think it was written in the 90s. It's so relevant to this day. I am eating it up. It's so good. So eerie, creepy. I'm literally 10% in, but it's looking good. And then for the Punk 57, stupid, question mark. Yeah, no. It's not like me to be picky, but I feel like it's lacking direction. There's so much stuff going on, and also the characters do not, like, I think maybe it's compared to The Handmaid's Tale, the writing is shit. Like, it's far-fetched, but in a way that's like not that much that's happening is that far-fetched, but the way that the characters act is just so unrealistic. And I don't want to spoil it, but like, for example, he grabs her in the school canteen and she's like straddling him, and then he like says, "Oh, you stink of shit," just like stuff that's just not real. So yeah, random as hell. I'm gonna continue with it, but I'm just finding it a bit stupid, which I wasn't expecting it to be a literary masterpiece, but like, yeah, the MMC is giving complete and utter dickhead, but not in the fit way, in the genuine dickhead, like fat energy, stay far away type beat. So yeah, I'm gonna continue it, but we'll see what will happen with it, because I just find it to be completely and utterly mad at the moment. But Handmaid's Tale is mad that the Handmaid's Tale is more likely to happen, feels more likely to happen than Punk 57, when it's literally a dystopian, but like, it seems way more realistic. Yeah, the male main character, I fear he actually does have a lip ring, so I'm trying to ignore that part, but yeah, sometimes it's hard to ignore when they keep bringing up that she keeps looking at his mouth or whatever. I ain't a fan of a lip ring, but each their own. So yeah, we'll continue and keep you updated. Realise I haven't explained the premise of Punk 57, because to be honest, I'm none the wiser of myself, but basically they're like pen pals, and the whole life they've been, well, the whole like teenhood, they've been pen pals, and then they meet in real life and he like hates her guts. Yeah, I don't exactly know why he hates her so much. She is kind of a bit, I don't know. She's like one of the popular girls, but she's not that hateable. From loving her so much to literally hating her guts, but maybe they'll explain why he like is such a dickhead, because yeah, I just really don't think it's that valid to be like horrible to her. He's completely horrible to her, and not in the enemies to lovers type way, in the you need to go to therapy and work on yourself type way. So yeah, I'm not that far. I don't think I'm that far in. I'm on like chapter 6, and then The Handmaid's Tale. Everyone knows the plot of that, but it's basically a dystopia, and it's really good. And the audiobook is absolutely fantastic as well. It's narrated by the same girl who's Offred, the main character in the thing, and her voice is so nice. Like, the way she speaks is really satisfying in a weird way, but like eerie. Like the way she narrates it is very eerie, and I'm loving it. I'm actually thinking I'm loving the audiobook more than I would if I was reading it, just because of how much I love her voice. And she reads nice and slow for my little brain to understand. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Maybe I'm the one that needs therapy, because why is he kind of fit? Like, he's kind of growing on me. I've literally read like, I don't know, like 30 pages, but like, I don't know. He's like angry and just really fit. Well, oh my god, my opinions change every 2 seconds. Also, I'm kind of liking that there's like a mystery subplot. Keep updated, but even though Isabella, I kind of like him. Handmaid's Tale is a horror movie. When I was driving back from work, why was my heart in my throat? Like, it's terrifying. It's really, the writing is so vivid. It's really quite scary, to be honest. But yeah, Punk 57 kind of improved, not gonna lie. Like, it is not like it's not a good book. If it's not a good book, I'm guaranteed to like it. Like, if it's badly written, I'm gonna eat that shit up. And I'm quite enjoying it, and I quite like the FMC, even though it is kind of annoying me that she's like, I know obviously that she's going to end up falling in love with the main character, who seems like a dickhead, but yeah, it's good. The enjoyment was fleeting. It's rubbish. No, it's stupid, rubbish, stupid and rubbish. Updates. I nearly finished Punk 57. Got like a bit to go, and I think I'm going to finish it at work tonight, but I'm not going to have time in between tonight and tomorrow to pick a next book, so I'm just going to do it now. I was going to post this video on Thursday, meaning and it's Tuesday now, so I wanted a short book, but I think I'm just going to run this to the next week, next Thursday, so that I don't limit myself to what I'm feeling, just because I need it to be done. So yeah, I'll get my TBR down now and we'll have a look, and I'll decide what I'm reading next. This is my
January TBR. It's a hefty one, considering it's literally already like the 12th and I'm not even made a dent in it. But I'm just gonna, I don't know what I want to read. So I'm just gonna read the blurbs and then we'll have a look. This one looks really good. I think it's a romantasy or dystopian with romance, but it's very similar to The Handmaid's Tale. Like, you can tell it's taking inspiration from it because she's got to become a mother and be like a procreation contract. I'm really intrigued by that, but I don't know if it'll be too similar to The Handmaid's Tale or if that'll be good. But I think I'm going to consider this one. I wanted to read it for ages. This is actually from my December TBR that I've just rolled over, but I kept it on because it looks really good. I'm thinking I might read that one. I don't know. I'll have a look at the others. I'm getting ahead of myself, but Face Off. I don't know if this is gonna, because it's like a little mindless read. I don't know whether I'll read this one yet because I feel like I'm gonna really like it, but I want to be in the exact mood for it. And after Punk 57, which is also a romance, I don't know, but we'll have a look. Oh, this looks really good. This is exactly like my type of book, but I might just save it for another palette cleanser because I'm already reading a palette cleanser. So I think I'm going to save this, so I'll put this in the no pile for now. Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. I think this is another romance, but I think it's like a sad one. This looks really sad. I'm very excited by all these books. They're all looking really good, to be honest. I'm right up my alley, but I don't know if I'm going to read this one because it's another romance and I'm thinking I want to read a bit of something different because I feel like I've been reading quite a lot of, well, I've not been reading quite a lot of romance, but just 57 probably. And then this is a sad one, so I feel like I've been reading quite a lot of sad books, but I am excited to read this, but I don't think I'm going to read this one. So we've got one in the yes pile, Conform. Ideally I want one to be on Kindle Unlimited, so when I get home tonight I can just put it on Kindle Unlimited, but I don't know if I don't think Conform's on Kindle Unlimited, so that's good. Diabound. This is the one I wanted to read for ages because people say it's like Fourth Wing, but I didn't want to read it because I wanted my video to go up on Thursday, but now I'm just thinking, fuck it, I'll just put it on, upload it next Thursday and post something else this Thursday. So we'll have a look at this one. Oh, guys. Meryn must survive 4 months of training at the castle. That is up my street. This looks good. Guys, I think I want to read this next. I've got 2 others to look for, but that one looks really good. I'm just hoping it's as good as it sounds, because sometimes when I read a long fantasy romance, I get either confused or bored or both. But with Fourth Wing, that did not happen, so I'm tempted to read that one. Next one is Hidden Pictures, which is a horror. I don't know what I think of horrors, because horror films, like, not because they're scary, but they're like one of my least favourite genres, just because I find them a bit stupid. Like, I'd rather read a thriller where things could actually happen in real life. I just feel like they never have a plot, and they're all just like, it's more trying to focus on scary. I don't even think I want to read this one next. I'm going to read it at some point, but I don't think I'm in the mood for it. Like, I'm not in the mood for a horror, so I'm not going to read the back, but I know it's about a family's son who starts drawing these weird pictures. So I don't know what I think of that, but we'll see when I read it. I'll probably do a vlog of me reading it. So then Ricochet, the next one in Addicted Calorie Sisters, except I've read the first one and I really liked it, but I don't actually remember what happened. Like, it's just got in one ear and out the other, which is a problem that I commonly have, where I just don't like retain any of the information. And it's very annoying with series. That's why I just avoid reading series, because they just give me anxiety. So I just feel like I can't read what I want to read because I need to read the next book in the series, because otherwise I'll forget and then I just get locked down in series. So yeah, I'm only reading like a few series at the moment. But anyway, Wafflemeister. Okay, I'm going to read the back of this one and then we'll decide. I remember that the end of this, it was like a happy end. I remember like it concluded nicely at the end of this between the couple, but obviously this is still their book, so shit's going to go down. That's literally like all I remember. But I'm hoping that just when I read it, I'll pick it back up. I am intrigued in this, but it does kind of give me this. I don't know if it's just because it's an indie copy, but it's giving me the same vibes as Punk 57. But I'm just going to wait until I'm in more of a mood for it. So, guys, I know what I'm reading. Can anyone make a guess? I'm going to read Diabound. It's what I've been wanting to read for ages. The font is tiny. It's fucking, like, nearly 600 pages.
but we're going to look in and I'm actually going to try and concentrate so I don't forget what's going on for the next book. Because that's the trouble starting a new series, but literally like all fantasies are a new series, so what can I do? Yeah, I'm going to definitely read this one next. And I feel like this one's most likely to be on Kindle Unlimited out of these two. Yeah, I'm going to read that one next. Finished Punk 57 last night, and I'm only just getting around to updating now because I'm back in work again and it's freezing. I'm sat in this hot waiting to check people's tickets because I work at a golf course, and I'm going to freeze to death, but I'm not complaining because it's good reading time. Yeah, I finished Punk 57. It was okay. It was nothing life-changing. But yeah, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. I'll explain why. There were parts of the book where I was reading it and it made me nostalgic from my fanfic days because of writing and the fact that he's like a bad boy. Like the female character is a bad boy. That is, I love that. Like that. I'm really like, I yearn for the start of my reading career days. Like when I used to just, I don't know, I just want that nostalgic feel back. So anything that slightly gives me that, I'm eating it up. But then if you take a step back and you actually look at it from a critical point of view, is not a good book. I'm sorry to say, it's really not. Like so many parts of the book just didn't add up at all. For starters, the romance goes basically they're pen pals and then they meet in real life but they don't know that they're pen pals. That's not a spoiler, that's literally the back of the book. But I just think you would have worked out that it's the pen pal just by a basic Google search. He doesn't text her, doesn't write her back for 6 months, and they were like best friends for 7 years. You just think you would have Googled him by that point because he could have literally died, but she just never Googled it. And I'm like, that's just not realistic. But obviously I'm not expecting it to be like God's honest truth, but I just thought some of it I was a bit like eye roll. And also the smut wasn't good. The whole book wasn't very well written, but yeah, the smut wasn't well written. I felt like it went from 0 to 100. And yeah, the main thing at the start I absolutely hated the MMC, but the main thing I liked at the end was the MMC because he gave me like nostalgic bad boy vibes. He reminded me of like the Justin Bieber fanfics that I used to read. The main girl character, I liked her at times, and then other times I was just thinking, shut the hell up. It's just too like corny and I don't know. Yeah, it was alright. It was an enjoyable read for what it was. I wasn't expecting anything life-changing, but like it didn't exceed my expectations in any way, shape or form. I've settled on a 3-star. It was 3.5 when I was reading it because I was guilty of swooning at the MMC, even though he did have a lip ring. I'll just say that he did have a lip ring, so. But the enjoyment, I was kind of enjoying it, but I think a 3-star is the appropriate rating, because that's still quite a good rating for what it was. I can see why people would hate this book. I need to look at other people's reviews because I like to look at other people's reviews after I finish the book just to see what they think. I can imagine like you could hate this book a lot just because it's just stupid. But me, I am no critic, so I enjoyed it for what it was. But yeah, and now moving on to Diabound. You don't have to watch Dynasty. So I brought that to work with me because my work's the best work ever and you get to read every day. It's absolutely huge and the font is like minuscule, but I'm excited to start it because apparently it's like all the way. Yeah! Which is my shit. It is my shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to swear on these videos. So yeah, I'm gonna start this now. We'll see what I think of it. Purple e-girl hair, that was not intentional. I got a
spray that makes my hair ashy, and it said ashy. Assignment understood. I feel like I've not felt this way about first book in a fantasy since fourth week. Like, I have been loving every second of this. I'm not confused so far. I mean, I'm only 90 pages. I'm not confused. And yeah, it's just like fourth week. It really is. And I am absolutely loving every second of it. So that is super duper exciting.
Guys, I don't really want to speak to you soon, but this is like crap. I am loving this. How rare is it? You don't understand how rare it is for me to find a fantasy romance that's like fully just so good. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely fucking, oh, don't swear, loving it. Yeah. Yup. The MMC delegate introduced you. I'm fucking eating this show. I am eating it up. Don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is crack.
Hey guys, it's a different day. Looks like the same day, but it's actually been ages. It's been like, I don't know how many days. It's been like 4 days. But I thought I'd update because I feel like I'm not updated. And if I don't film for a while, then I just retreat into myself and I'm rubbish. So we'll keep the momentum going, shall we? So, first update, Diabound. Last time I was reading it, I was loving it. I still am. But why is there? What is it about fantasy romance, right? Where they have to use a nickname for the girl. Just call her by a name. It takes away the novelty of the nickname when you're using it in every sentence. And that's bad enough. But he's calling her princess. Now that is such an ick for me. That's doing the most. That's just, you don't even know her and you're calling her princess, like, oh. And it's just giving me the ick. Other than that, like, everything's so good, but why? Why must they insist to use a nickname? It's like a box that they have to tick. Violence in fourth was bad enough, but no. I really just wish they could use them by the first name, or when they do use a nickname, princess I would never like, but when they do use a nickname, then it'll be like more of an exciting thing, but it just sounds like they're forcing it a bit. And the other thing is, I prefer, this is personal preference, but I prefer when the MMC is more nonchalant, whereas this guy's like storming around doing the most, and I'm like, stop attention seeking, you cringe at me. It reminds me of Lance Orion, like, just always just like fucking fuming for no reason. And I'm just like, please, can you just be more like Asriel, like, just quiet and unbothered, like Zayden's like unbothered, because that's just fits to me, but that is just personal preference. But I'll just explain what it's actually about, because I've not even explained that yet, and I think I should have done that right at the start. But yeah, basically she's living in the poor area, and she's living a life. She does fighting and stuff. She's basically a badass. And then these kids keep going missing, and her sister then goes missing. This isn't a spoiler because it's literally, by the way, the blurb literally has so many spoilers. Like, it's telling me stuff that hasn't even happened yet. These kids keep going missing, and then her sister goes missing, and she's like, right, that can't run. I'm going to find my sister, and I'm going to stop whoever keeps taking these kids. She basically signs herself up for the military. Doesn't realise that there's like these bonding trials, which happens every so often, but it doesn't usually happen. And she basically can't get out of this, so she has to do these bonding trials if she wants to get to her sister. And then basically it's like an academy setting, similar to Fourth Wing. And yeah, I'm just like letting her I'm reading about her, just like getting used to living in this academy. And I'm really enjoying it. Like, I'm definitely wanting to binge this. But yeah, it just really takes me out of the story when the MMC is just like, we've not even had a single conversation. And then the first conversation that they have is like in front of people, and he's calling her princess. Oh, that just would not that wouldn't happen in real life. Yeah, no shit, Emma, it's a fantasy romance, but I just think, no, that's so pervy. You didn't even know you were calling a princess. But other than that, I just wish, because I felt like such five-star feelings at the start. But yeah, I think we'll see. We'll see if he grows on me. And we'll see if he stops being so angry. He's giving Lance Orion, so if you like Lance Orion, you'll probably like this guy. And then Handmaid's Tale. I've not really made much progress on the audiobook because I only really listen to audiobooks when I'm in the car, and I've not really been driving. When I have been driving, I've just been choosing to listen to music. But what I will say is I don't think that I would be enjoying it half as much if
I wasn't listening to it because the narrator is really good at delivering the story. But I think the writing is so in detail again that I feel like I wouldn't be like enjoying it that much if I wasn't reading it. But yeah, we'll see where the story goes. I'm hoping shit happens because I don't know. I've seen the film, I've seen the series, and I know that loads of mad shit happens, but whether they've changed that in the series to make it more gripping or what. But yeah, I'm enjoying both of them, but I am. Stop! Can the princess stop? Can the princess please stop? Thank you. Yeah, that's a lot of like nicknames just put me off reading books. Like I want to read The Wolf King, but apparently there's like a nickname that's really cringe. I'm just like stop. Just use their name. She's a me. Other than that, I'm going to carry on reading and we'll see what happens and what my opinions are and if things change. I don't think that I'll have finished The Handmaid's Tale by the end of this video because I'm just working on finishing this and I've got a while yet in The Handmaid's Tale, so yeah, but I'll still give my final thoughts on where I'm up to in it.
I've still not properly used my camera, but I genuinely can't set it up right now, but this book is so good. I am so immersed in this book. This is the most locked in on a book I've been in, I don't even know how long. Like, it's so rare for me to feel so consumed by a book where it's literally like taking over my thoughts when I'm not reading it and stuff. The amount I've dropped my jaw 3 times, I think, and I've heard that the ending's mad, so I'm so excited. But seriously, this is literally the best book I've read in so long. The plot is just fucking so good. I'm loving it, yay! What a beautiful morning it is. Heading up there to sit in the hut. Doubt I'm going to have any customers. Surprise! I'm back in the hut again! Yay! Change the scenery, love. Jesus, I know this is probably so boring because I've literally been in the same... Oh, don't get my balloon going. I've literally been in the same... Well, I have left this hut, but it may not appear that way. But yeah, I have moved and I'm reporting back from the hut because it's quite a nice place to film, you know. No fear of anyone coming and walking in, although there is someone coming up. I finished it. 5 stars. First 5-star of the year on... What's the date? I don't have my watch on. I don't know what the date is. I think it's not the 13th, it's the 20th perhaps. The 20th of January. Do you know how rare a 5-star for me is? Very, 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 very rare, because it's got to encapsulate me to the max, which is a rare occurrence for me. I don't know what's wrong with me, but sometimes I just can't lock it. So yeah, basically all there is to say is it's a fucking 5-star. I really want to get onto my camera, but I'm still filming on my phone because I'm at work and I don't have my camera with me. Yeah. 5 stars. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Bearing in mind, my 5 stars not based on critical thinking, it's just vibes, and the vibes were high. If I was critically rating it, I'd probably not give it 5 stars because it is not going against the grain in any way, shape or form. To be honest, I found it predictable. I didn't care because I felt like I never usually know what's going on, so I was just proud of myself and actually guessing stuff and stuff. So if you're not an avid fantasy romance reader like me, or fantasy reader in general, and you're just starting out, this is the book for you. If you are, I don't know what you'd think of it because it's just very ticks boxes and predictable. However, I loved it because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, like that formula. It is so good. So yeah, it really reminded me of Fourth Wing to the point where I was a bit like, Rebecca, are you okay? Because I feel like if I was her, I'd be a bit annoyed, but I don't care because I'm not getting involved in any of that. I just bloody loved it. First 5-star of the year, so happy about it. Really just consumed me, truly. Like last night, I wasn't good. Bearing in mind, sleep is my everything. I was staying awake to read chapters of this book. That is not normal for me. And I just strive for this feeling when I read. Like, this is the reason I read these books. Just that feeling of just being so locked in. I loved it, I really did. I didn't expect, there was that middle bit, was a bit cringed. I would say, yeah, the romance isn't the strongest. Although I do love the 2 characters separately. And I think it is the
but like nothing quick about it actually. So yeah, I love a slow burn, and I think in the next book, yeah, we're gonna pop off. So yeah, I fucking loved it. The best book I've read since the start of this year. It's going in the top 10 books of this year, I assume. As I say, not an avid fantasy romance book reader, so I didn't find it boring at any point. I was locked in on the plot. I wasn't just locked in on the romance, I was also locked in on the plot. It was non-stop. Absolutely zero chance that you're going to get bored, no matter if you like the story or not. You're not going to get bored, let's just put it that way. Thoroughly enjoyed. I feel like this reading vlog has been hella positive, like Punk 57 no, but the others I'm like loved. And now I don't think I'm gonna finish this vlog tonight so I can get it edited and uploaded, but I am just going to read a bit more of this, The Handmaid's Tale. I'm going to read it physically because you can read it quicker that way. And I want to get the most read before the end of the video so I can give you the best update I can. But yeah, I don't think I'll be finishing this. But I'll probably speak about my thoughts in another vlog on my final thoughts. But yeah, I'm going to try and read as much as I can, but I won't be finishing it because I need it to be uploaded tomorrow. And I'm locked in on my schedule. No stopping me every week. Every Thursday, I'm there. So yeah, I'm gonna read a bit more of this. Really enjoying it. No, not on Diabound level. I mean, I know that's like blasphemous in the literature world for me to say that Handmaid's Tale is nothing on Diabound. I'm talking about my own enjoyment, not the book, because I'm well aware that this is a very well written. But yeah, it's just not captured my heart the same way that Diabound did. But that's a reflection on myself and my taste. So yeah. I'm going to be honest and I'll give my honest feedback. And yeah, so I'll give my final update later. Yay! I know this video is probably extremely long and no one is actually watching at this point, but I will just have it for my own knowledge, if anything. So yeah, in this book we got through 4 books and just over halfway through another one. So I'm just going to talk through my final thoughts of them all and just like what I think of them as of a few days after I've finished them. So the first book we read in this video was Beartown, the first book I finished in 2026. Not really something that's going to stick with me, I'm going to be honest. Not changing my life. I don't think I'm going to be continuing this series just because I genuinely don't really have any desire to. But it is a really good book if you're into literary fiction. And I think I'm going to read some other Fredrik Backman, like Anxious People. But yeah, I think for this world, I'm kind of done with it. But when I was reading it, I was really enjoying it. And I think the writing is amazing. Not plot driven at all, character driven. It's very much just into the lives of all these characters. And you get to know the characters like the back of your hand. That's what I will say. There is some characters in this that I absolutely love. And the way that they're written is just phenomenal. So many different people. And all of them are just written like so well. So yeah, if you're a writing person and if you like literary fiction, I would say this is an amazing book. So yeah, 4 stars is what I rated this. Next book I read, Nobody's Girl. Fantastic, 5 stars, amazing book about Virginia Giuffre's life and her struggles and basically all the mistreatment that she faced in her life. And I think it's a must read if you read the trigger warnings first. Really touched me and I will definitely be recommending this to my mum because I was
pass on books to her if I think that they are very good. And I love a memoir. I will say it is a must read, truly eye-opening. Next book, my least favourite book of the vlog, Punk 57. I wouldn't recommend it. It's okay, 3-star. Yeah, I don't think I'd really recommend this, to be honest. It's just a bit pointless. Like, it's not bad in any way, but it's also not very good. If you're going to read a Penelope Douglas book, just read Birthday Yell because it's leaps and bounds better than this. And I ate it up. So yeah, I don't think it's kind of, I think there's better books if you're reading this genre. I think there's better ones you can go for. I really hope that there isn't any airbrush filter on this, but I don't know how to get rid of it if there is, so yeah. A new favourite book. Loved it. Along with Fourth Wing, this is my favourite first book in a fantasy series, and it's really put me in a fantasy mood, which I never am in. So yeah, it's restored my hope that I will find fantasy romances that I absolutely love. Definitely not for the seasoned fantasy readers, but for me, loved it. Very simple to understand, perfect if you're starting out in fantasy romance. 5 stars. Could be 6 stars, but I'm going to say 5 stars because there are books I love more than this, but this is an amazing book. And then I only got about 60-ish, or is that like 55% of the way through this. The Handmaid's Tale, which I listened to kind of on audio, kind of physically, mainly on audio though. I'm going to continue reading this. I'm probably going to finish it in the next few days, but I need to edit and upload this video. So we're just ending it off here, but I will talk about my final review of it in my next book video. I find it really good, quite dull though, very much trigger warnings with it. I don't think I need to explain what it's about, but basically it's about future in America where not many women can't conceive, so they have women that can are basically like slaves to birth children for the more wealthy people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely a hard read, but I think I'm really glad I'm reading it because it's an iconic read and it's one of the banned books, I think, so I'm kind of, I'm a bit confused where it's banned. Yeah, it's really good and very, very dark, but I'm going to say probably it's sitting at a 3.5 at the moment, but I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I would say I think I prefer the programme. I don't know, I think I just prefer the programme. I'm hoping that the ending does have like I know this isn't the point, but I hope it kind of does have some kind of resolution, but I fear that there won't be. Like, I fear it's not going to be a happy ever after. So yeah, we'll see what I think of that one. And I'll just tell you what I'm going to do with all the books because I just find them quite interesting. So these are the books. I'm going to keep Diet Bound. I only keep my favourite books to keep on my bookshelf because I don't have a lot of space. So I'm going to keep Diet Bound. I'm going to take Punk 57 to the gym because they have a bookcase there, a free book swap thing. So I'm going to take that because sometimes I take books and a lot of the time I donate books. Nobody's Girl and Beartown I'm going to save to pass on to my mum because I think she'd like them both. And Handmaid's Tale probably the gym as well because I don't see myself ever rereading. My mum's already watched the series and I don't think she'd want to, because she's got so many books to read, I don't think she'd want to read the book. Thanks so much for watching. I have been filming this video for so long, like the first clip feels like eons ago, truly. And I'm just daunted but excited about the prospect of editing this because it's going to be a lot. And I'm going to really try my best to make it presentable and not crappy. So yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight. I've got a long night ahead of me of editing, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. If there is anyone out there. And yeah, get back to you next Thursday. Bye.